Then there's borrowing licenses, okay? So to borrow modules, the design intent for is if the client workstation is going to be disconnected from the network, one can borrow the modules for a user-specified time, a max of 29 days. That workstation is then disconnected from the network to work out of the office. This is getting more common here with all the work from home trends right now, and that's because you can check it out. Have your laptop in the office, you're connected to the network, borrow the license for 2 weeks or a week, whatever it is, and then you can take your computer off network, okay? And then you don't have to rely on a VPN connection. You will have that license you can use, and that license will automatically be returned back to the server at that end of that maximum day that you borrowed it. The only way it can return before that date is if you bring that computer back to the network, connect it, and manually return it. Okay? So there's no resetting this. This is one that when you borrow it and you take it off network, it's till you do that license, because that license or module that you borrowed technically becomes a stay and load node lock license for that computer. So how is that done? That's done by going to the CAMWorks License Manager, launch as administrator, then go to the Authorized Modules tab. And I'll show you guys that here coming up. This window will appear that we showed you the Authorized Module tab. You highlight them and you can pick your date and borrow the license. So again, SolidWorks is closed. I'm going to go borrow it. Launch my License Manager as administrator, which is required to borrow a license. I'm connected to the server. It's successful. Go over here to my authorized modules, and I have my list of modules that are all available here, and I can grab the ones I want. And again, these are so I can take it off network. I can go through here and just grab a couple of these guys. Okay, so I'm holding down Control and I'm clicking them right in the list, and they're highlighting. And then you'll see these options come available, and it's kind of nice summary here how to do this. Okay, I can pick out a date and until I'm going to borrow it to. Let's say I'm going to borrow it until next Friday, the May 1st. Just those modules. I'm going to hit borrow, and that's going to detect it out here, and it's going to report on the server that it's borrowed until after the May 1st. It'll be available. So those licenses has all been deducted by one. I can go ahead and hit apply and hit OK. And then if I go ahead and launch the software, I'll automatically get those licenses that I borrowed. And again, the concept is so I can take it off network with a borrowed license. I don't have to be communicating with the server during the session. So I can open up a part, and you will see that I'm using the borrowed licenses. The icons aren't grayed out. I can take my computer off network and use those, and it doesn't have to ping back to the server. And again, one thing I like to caution when you do the borrowed modules method here is those are, again, intended to take off network. People use a lot of caution as because that license won't become available again until that return date's exceeded or the computer's back on the network and been returned. So this is ideal for working at home, which a lot of people are doing right now. So you can check out your license and work from home. The disadvantage is if you borrow the license, you can borrow the license and take it home. The disadvantage is once you borrow it and take it home, no one else can share and access that license with you. So that's the difference between borrowing and checking out.